To my black brothers and sisters out there that are the ones that are posting all this, oh, we just gonna mind our business. And I saw somebody earlier making t-shirts of like a group of like 6 black people, black men and women, sitting on a bench texting on phones while the country is burning up behind them. Let me explain something to you guys. Let me explain something to you. When they get done with the brown people, they'll be coming after you. And if you don't think that's true, you got another motherfucking thing coming. This is bigger than you, okay? Because let me explain another thing to you. You sit back and watch millions of brown people be kidnapped and removed from this country. When they do come after you, there's going to be nobody left to stand up for you. And when they're coming after you, how are you going to feel when people are sitting on the sideline like, oh, we just going to mind our business? Fuck all this other dumb shit. Man, no. It's not the time for that. Power to the people. It's time to come together.
Some white Americans are calling on black Americans to join the fight against ICE and stand together in what they describe as harassment and systemic harm. But black Americans are choosing to sit this one out, not out of apathy, but out of self-preservation. Let's have a look.
I want y'all to leave us alone. I want y'all to leave black Americans alone. I want y'all to leave black women in America alone. We know. We've always known. They did it to us first. They've been doing it to us. And now y'all are just realizing they're doing it to you too. Don't say they're doing it to us too. It's been us too. It was us first. It's always been us. You voted for this. Your family voted for this. And it was all be friends, kumbaya, don't separate people from the party. Y'all mad at Peyton right now for speaking out against creators who are performative as hell. Oh, it's supposed to be Democrat with Democrat, liberal with liberal like they do. He's putting his body on the line. But you want me to put my body on the line? My body has been put on the line enough. Stop asking, can I tell y'all something? Stop asking, can I ask y'all something? Stop asking if I can borrow y'all for a second. We have been borrowed enough in this country and not given back in the same condition that y'all borrowed us. It was a girl got on TikTok crying, they kidnapped my husband. Okay, before I figure out if I feel bad for you or not, who did you vote for? She said, oh, I didn't vote. Click, figure it out. Y'all are going to have to figure this out yourselves. I did my job. Y'all didn't do yours. It was your aunties, your uncles. And I don't hear y'all asking poor white people why they didn't vote in their best interest. Y'all always asking us. It's always us. Leave us alone. We did what we had to do. And now I'm going the way of the big homie. Harriet Tubman, I'll see y'all later. Y'all figure this out. Nobody's coming to save y'all. Nobody ever came to save us. Y'all let them introduce crack into our neighborhoods and run rampant in our society for years. And not until your kid got addicted to Lortabs is it now a problem with the drug companies. And all the other countries need to be quiet too, because y'all don't care. Because if y'all really cared and y'all really wanted to help us and y'all really want to know what was going on, y'all would tell y'all government to put sanctions on us. But y'all don't. You want me to go out and do something. I've done enough.
For all the black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that they're kidnapping black Americans too, right? And they're just saying, oh, we thought they were African. We thought they were illegal immigrants. And then they will detain you for days, sometimes weeks, so that they can have their way with you in the ICE detention center while they...
Wrong message, even worse messenger. We do not ever need a white person in this country to tell us what is at stake when it comes to the government, police enforcement, and how police enforcement can cause harm to black Americans. My father sat me down when I was 15 years old because I started to look like a man and taught me how to interact with police. Every black family teaches their black sons how to interact with the police. Every black family talks to their daughters about how to interact with the police. So for every conversation we have a Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Eric Gardner, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Sonia Massey, Rodney King. I can go back decades, I can go back centuries to tell you how black people are acutely aware of our relationship with law enforcement and the government. My grandmother was the first person in her family to buy a house in New York, and she moved into a white neighborhood. And you know what they did? They threw things at her house. They burned her garbage. They tried to push her out, all because she was black and they didn't want her around. And every time the cops came, what did the cops do? Agitate my grandmother and grandfather, not the other way around. So no, sir. You do not need to tell black people that we need to be going out on the street and fighting ICE, because black people have never not fought to survive and live in this country, which is our right. Conditions in this country have been perpetuated and propagated by white people. White people are the only people that can fix it. This is your time to shine. This is your time to stand up. Black people have been fighting since slavery. The fact that you see us occupying spaces, owning homes, being doctors, being lawyers, graduating school is all because of a fight that has never ended. The fight has never ended for black people. So the fact that you think you as a white man can come on Beyonce's internet and tell black people what they need to be fighting for, it's so lost on you how you don't understand American history and how you don't understand intrinsically American culture. Because in order for us to exist in the capacity we exist in 2026, that is from a centuries long fight. You guys go out and do the work. You go out and fight your representatives. You go out and make noise at Capitol Hill. You go out and demand change. But don't ever come online and tell black people what they need to be fighting for.
Child, just for shits and giggles. And if you follow me, you already know my stance on this, but I'm going to ask anyway. For all those people that are complaining that black folks are resting, just for shits and giggles, you know, what exactly do you expect us to do? No, seriously, I'm not playing. I really am not. What do you expect black folks to do? What's the magic potion? What's the secret sauce? Because let's be clear, we've been out there. We've protested. We've organized. We've called senators. We've called state representatives. We've voted over and over and over again. Often, while the rules changed to stop us. And in each one of those scenarios, we were always threatened and enforced with violence. But we still voted. We still protested. We still showed up in record numbers. Where were y'all? But I digress. What do you expect black folks to do out there? We've done all the things. And guess what? We've been experiencing what's happening now. Notice I said been. We still are. It never stopped. We've been experiencing this since the foundations of this country. It never stopped. So we changed the strategy this time. We trying something new, setting our asses down. It's y'all turn. Yeah. Because every time things get bad, everybody turns around and looks for the reinforcement. Where the black folks at? What we gonna do? As if we haven't given generations of our bodies, our voices, our safety. Shit, y'all just downright ungrateful. Yeah, you are. Want us to keep giving. So when you come up with a different strategy, something strategic, something that actually disrupts power, when you actually get angry enough, organize. Because we know you know how. When all of that happens, let us know. Because we still ain't seen it. But until then, I'm going to keep choosing joy as resistance, rest as resistance, and most importantly, I'm going to keep building in my community. That's not quitting, baby. That's choosing life. And baby, y'all just going to have to get used to it. All right, good people, drink your water, stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable, and mind your black business. Happy Black History 365. And I'll see you next time.
Believe me, if Donald Trump is president again, at some point or another, that ugliness will touch all of our lives. And it will not matter what you look like, how you worship, who you love, or how you vote. If you don't make 6 or 8 or 12 figures, if you're not famous, if you criticize or disagree with him in any way, if he doesn't view you as his equal or relevant to his ambitions, I promise you, he will not think about you when he gets into the Oval Office.
Hey, I'm sick of y'all asking what black people are gonna do about this situation here that's going on in our country. This is gonna be an angry rant, so if you call me an angry black woman, please call me the angriest. I fight hard for that title. I'm gonna try to say this slow because I understand that America has a literacy issue as well as an education issue. To extend grace, I'll say that it's difficult to learn in the same environment that you are being slaughtered in. This is not an immigration issue, a race issue, or a gender issue. It's not even a class issue if you don't count the billionaires that are in charge right now. We are experiencing a civil war. Who has a well-documented history of experiencing civil rights violations in this country? Could it be the blacks? Every single time a black person has expressed their feelings about living in a country whose system actively works against them to ensure that they do not progress, we've been told, sometimes by our own people, that we are just complaining, that this shit happened a long time ago, and that we should get over it. History repeats itself because people refuse to learn it. So let me share facts first and feelings later. 92% black women and 85% black men voted against this. Facts. Did you know that the majority of college educated, yes, that's important, white Americans voted against this as well? Facts. I know that they think black people are sitting back relaxing whilst laughing and saying, haha, we told you so, but that couldn't be further from the truth. It is still black people who are leading protests. It is still black people who are boots on the ground. It is still black people who are actively speaking against the atrocities that our government is committing and covering up. Jasmine Crockett speaks up, and Keith Edwards and Stephen A. Smith and other podcasters call her polarizing. They didn't like Kamala's laugh. They said she wasn't black enough, but she was blacker than that senile white man. They didn't like Obama's tan suit. Polarizing means divisive. Let me give you an example. Causing division between the American people so that we can fight each other to distract us from the fact that ICE agents with all of 6 weeks of training are slaughtering us in the streets, no matter the gender, race, or immigration status, is divisive. Facts. Christy, know I'm lying every 3 days about what happened, even though we can see it with our own eyes. It's causing division. The Trump administration removing slavery memorials in Philadelphia and the Netherlands is causing division. If you forget your past, you'll be forced to relive it. Let me switch to feelings. The feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach knowing that billionaires are building ballrooms with our tax dollars, whilst the media tells us to feed our children a piece of broccoli, a piece of chicken, some other on a tortilla. Those feelings are valid. The feeling that you feel knowing that our president bullied and billionaired his way into office because he didn't win and he wasn't shot is valid. Though your feelings are valid, do not spend your energy arguing with MAGA or MAGA affiliates. Trump said he loves his stupids, and he meant it, just like everything in Project 2025. They meant it. Block all bots, bird brain Christian nationalists, and billionaire worshipers that live off of a $30 budget. For you are arguing with people that have learning disabilities. If you have common sense or a slither of common decency, you would stand with Jasmine Crockett, the American people, and more specifically Minnesota. Make no mistake, we stand with Minnesota.
In my opinion, I think white Americans are calling on black people because they know the power that black Americans carry. They know the brilliance of black organizing. They know that when black Americans show up, that movement gain momentum, and they know their presence bear fruits. But black Americans are choosing to sit this one out because they are saying, we have been on the front line of struggle for too long. We have marched, we have organized, we have protested, and we have voted. And that work has costed our lives, our safety, and the safety of our children. Their families have been shattered by violence. Their community has been traumatized by police and state enforcement. And every time they're outside, they know that the law enforcement tends to use more force on them, If black Americans were on the field today, things would have been so different, Things would have escalated so bad. And that's why they're saving this movement by staying at home and watching from a distance. And this is self-preservation because many feel that they have been used for causes and are only to be discarded when those causes gain momentum, because for centuries they have been the heart of major movements for justice in America, from the civil rights to voting rights to police reforms and mass incarceration. So they have done enough and they understand how the system works. And the injustices that we are seeing today, Black Americans have been facing for centuries, and this is why Black people are saying that white people only care when their lives are being taken, because these kind of injustices are not new in America. They have been happening to them for centuries, True solidarity listens, respect boundaries, and support without guilt. Black Americans are choosing safety over action, and that choice is not weakness, it is strength, and it is wisdom. It is a reminder that self-preservation is a part of survival, and survival is resistance. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.